Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I am Inevitable, and this is the Calm Face Violent Ambition podcast, where I'll be speaking about literally anything that sparks my interest and sharing my perspective on it. Thanks once again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the video. So, today we're going to talk about scarcity versus abundance and how our beliefs about these two mindsets shape our financial reality. All right. So, if you think about scarcity and abundance, what do you typically think about? Well, what comes to my mind when I think about scarcity is not having access to things that I guess desire. That for me would be to be in a state of scarcity, and to have abundance, in my opinion, would me would be me to have what I desire in whatever it is, and to be fulfilled in it. I guess that in my sense would be my definition of abundance. And essentially how these two topics play a major role in our financial reality, in how we come to manage our finances and how we manage it. Okay, so let's dive into it. Money is not just numbers in a bank account. It is deeply tied to our beliefs, identity, and worldview. The way we think about resources, whether we see them as scarce or abundant, directly influences how we act, spend, save, and invest. A scarcity mindset tells us that there is never enough, that opportunities are limited, and that we must cling tightly to what we have. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, teaches us that resources can grow, opportunities multiply, and generosity creates more wealth. These beliefs don't just shape our psychology, they shape our financial reality. Okay, so like I do on all my videos, I've broken this topic down into four different sections. I've also included some golden nuggets at the end of these four sections, some practical steps that you could use to integrate this insight into your daily life and daily doings. All right, so let's dive into section one, the scarcity mindset. The scarcity mindset is rooted in fear. It convinces us that resources are limited, that success is a competition, and that money is always running out. This mindset often leads to anxiety, hoarding, and missed opportunities. Point number one, people with a scarcity mindset often avoid risks, fearing loss more than they value potential gain. This can prevent them from investing, starting businesses, or pursuing growth opportunities, leaving them stuck in cycles of stagnation. Point number two, scarcity thinking leads to short term decisions, spending impulsively, clinging to jobs they dislike, or refusing to share resources because they fear depletion. This short sightedness often undermines long term stability. Point number three, it fosters comparison and competition, making us believe that someone else's success diminishes our own chances. This creates resentment and limits collaboration, which could otherwise expand opportunities. Scarcity whispers, there is not enough, and when we believe it, we live small, cautious, and fearful lives. So the scarcity mindset traps us in limitation. It shapes financial reality by keeping us stuck in cycles of fear, preventing us from seeing opportunities that could expand our wealth and freedom. All right, so that was section one. Please do let me know, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on the scarcity mindset? Do you relate with what I've had to share? Let me know in the comments. Section two, the abundance mindset. An abundance mindset is rooted in trust. It teaches us that resources can grow, that opportunities are plentiful, and that generosity multiplies wealth. This mindset creates confidence, creativity, and resilience. Point number one, what people with an abundance mindset see money as a tool, not a prison. They invest in growth, education, and opportunities, trusting that wealth can expand when used wisely. Abundance thinking encourages generosity, sharing resources, knowledge, and opportunities because it believes giving creates more value for everyone. This generosity often builds networks and opens doors that scarcity thinking would keep closed. It fosters innovation, seeing challenges not as dead ends but as invitations to create new solutions. Abundance thinkers often turn obstacles into stepping stones. Abundance whispers, there is more than enough. And when we believe it, we live expansive, courageous, and generous lives. So the abundance mindset opens doors. It shapes financial reality by creating opportunities, attracting resources, and building resilience in the face of challenges. So, what do you think about the abundance mindset? Do you relate with this? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to section 3, how beliefs shape reality. Our beliefs act like lenses. They filter how we see the world and they determine how we act within it. Scarcity and abundance are not just ideas, they are forces that shape reality. A scarcity mindset leads to cautious, fear based actions that limit growth. An abundance mindset leads to bold, trust based actions that expand opportunities. That was point number one. Point number two, beliefs influence habits. Whether we save, invest, spend wisely, or waste resources. These habits compound over time, creating either limitation or expansion. And point number three, they also influence relationships. Scarcity breeds competition, while abundance fosters collaboration. Collaboration often multiplies resources, while competition isolates and divides. What you believe about money becomes the reality you live with. So beliefs are not neutral, they are powerful. Choosing abundance over scarcity is choosing growth over fear, collaboration over competition, and possibility over limitation. All right. So I'd really love to hear your thoughts on section 3, how beliefs shape reality. What is your opinion on how shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance shifts the reality you live in, and specifically your financial reality that you exist in? Let me know in the comments. Section 4, hmm, shifting from scarcity to abundance. The good news is that mindsets can change. We are not locked into scarcity forever. With awareness, discipline, and practice, we can shift into abundance and reshape our financial reality. Point number one, awareness is the first step. Recognizing scarcity thoughts when they arise and challenging them with truth. Awareness breaks the cycle of unconscious fear. Point number two, gratitude is a powerful tool. Focusing on what we have rather than what we lack trains the mind to see abundance. Gratitude reframes limitation into possibility. Point number three, investing in growth, whether through education, skills, or opportunities, reinforces the belief that resources can expand. Growth investments compound over time, creating new streams of wealth. And point number four, generosity breaks scarcity. Sharing what we have proves to others that there is enough and often attracts more in return. Generosity builds trust and networks that scarcity thinking cannot access. So, shifting into abundance is not about ignoring reality, it is about choosing a perspective that empowers us to act boldly, generously, and wisely without resources. What do you think about that? Section 4, shifting from scarcity to abundance. I really love to hear your opinion. Do let me know in the comments. Alright, so now we get into the golden nuggets that I've promised you at the beginning of this video. Some practical steps on how you can go ahead and implement this insight into your daily life. Alright, so let's dive into it. Step number 1, practice daily gratitude. This is going to be a common theme, I believe, on all my videos. Gratitude is so powerful. I mentioned in one of my other videos about how just the consistent act of you practicing gratitude on a regular basis will train your brain, right, to see the best in the worst possible scenario. I'm talking about the absolute worst time of your life. Just by you doing the act of practicing gratitude on a regular basis will literally train your brain to see um, the best possible thing in the worst possible moment. And that's the power of gratitude. So, practicing daily gratitude. Write down 3 things you are thankful for each day. Gratitude shifts focus from lack to abundance, training your mind to see opportunities instead of limitations. Over time, this rewires your perspective, making abundance your default lens. Step number 2, challenge scarcity thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking there's not enough, replace it with resources can grow. This reframing changes how you act in financial decisions, encouraging boldness instead of fear. Step number 3, invest in yourself. Spend money on education, skills, or opportunities that expand your capacity to earn and create. Investing in growth reinforces the abundance mindset and builds long term resilience. Step number 4, give generously. Share time, money, or knowledge with others. Generosity proves to yourself that there is enough and often attracts more opportunities and resources. It also strengthens community bonds, which often lead to new financial possibilities. Step number 5, visualize abundance. Imagine the life you want to create, focusing on expansion rather than limitation. Visualization helps align your actions with abundance, turning dreams into practical goals. And then step number 6, surround yourself with abundance thinkers. Community shapes mindset. Spend time with people who believe in growth, opportunity, and generosity, and the perspective will reinforce your own. Scarcity shrinks in environments where abundance is the norm. By practicing these steps, you begin to shift from scarcity to abundance. You stop living in fear of lack and start living in trust of growth. The benefit is freedom. Financial reality becomes less about limitation and more about possibility, empowering you to create wealth, share generously, and live expansively. All right? So I'll leave you with this reflection. Do you live in scarcity or do you live in abundance? Your beliefs shape your financial reality more than any external circumstance. Think about it, share it, and let's explore together how shifting from scarcity to abundance transforms not just money, but life itself. Alright? So I'd really love to hear your opinion on this topic. Drop your thoughts in the comments. How have your beliefs about scarcity or abundance shaped your financial reality? Your commentary really does add to the conversation, and together I know we can build a deeper understanding of how mindset influences money. All right? So I'd just like to take the opportunity to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you enjoyed my insight, go ahead and leave me a like. And if you're interested in hearing more about what I have to share on this channel, then you can subscribe as well. And once again, I am inevitable, and this is the Calm Face Violent Ambition podcast. Have a wonderful rest of your day.